Okay guys, I'm just doing a quick survival gear. This is just the stuff I take with me, and guess I'll start from the left, go over here. First item, and it's in no particular order, but I got a rubber bungee cord strap, and you never know when you might need one, so I carry it. It doesn't weigh much, so, and it's never really in the way. I keep my belt. I list this as a survival item. Only, even though it's really clothing, I list it as a survival item because it's, multiple purposes. If I need to strap something off real quick or hold something tight for a second and don't have enough arms to do it, I can put that on there and hold it down while I tie something else to it. So I do consider that a survival item. If you don't have a belt, you're in bad luck because you're going to lose stuff. Next thing I got some pocket tissues. I just always carry them. I got them, and why not carry them with me? They're no weight at all. Then I got the Assured antibacterial wet wipes to clean myself up with when I need to. Got the vitamin E and aloe, just a little travel pack size, and it does the job of cleaning up. As far as also cleaning up, I carry a roll of toilet paper. I took the tube out and stuck it in a Ziploc bag to keep it dry. And you never want to run out of toilet paper. I carry a Mylar blanket. It's also in a Ziploc bag, but it's just how it came. If it didn't have one, I would have put it in a Ziploc bag, but it had it already. Got a little pocket survival kit made by UST, and obviously this is not what was originally in there. The only thing I think that's still in there from the original way I bought it at Walmart was the button compass. I put in 2 AA batteries, or AAA batteries, sorry, a couple of razor blades, fishing line, some fishing hook and weights in the bottom, and a lighter. And at the very top, you really can't see it, but there's some char cloth up there also to help start a fire, with some matches in there and some zip ties. The razor blades and the battery are part of fire starting. I can use the razor blades and the battery to make a small spark on the char cloth and get a fire going, along with the lighter if I have to use it. Next to that, I got the rest of my fishing hooks and weights, more fishing line, and you always need a way to get food, and that's fishing is one of the best ways around this area for food. Got a little chemical glow stick, just for emergencies. Not something I'd want to use, but if I have to, I can use it. If I remember what's in here. A little bit of paracord, some matches, and a little strip off the book of matches to light the matches with, so that's another way to start fire. I got a roll of jute twine, and I can use that as a tinder for fire, running the line for my tarp, which I don't have with me right now, but I carry a 6 foot by 8 foot, which is 6 foot 2 meters for you metric guys, so it's 6 foot by 8 foot to give you an idea of what size tarp I have. Not a very big one, big enough. I can use this to put the tarp up with if I have to, or like I said, fire tendering. I carry an extra pair of shoes just in case my feet get wet or my shoes get wet, socks and all get wet. I can add an extra pair of shoes so I can keep going without stopping. I carry a bag of rice. That's not the only food item I carry, but that's the one I always carry, because you never want to run out of food ever. I mean, the three most important things to survival is water, fire, and food. And water, food, and shelter. Sorry, not. Of course, you gotta have fire if you want to cook food. Right here in this bag, I got some earplugs in a Ziploc bag. I like to keep the earplugs. When I go to sleep at night, I can put them in and keeps bugs out of my ears, and keeps the noise down. And this little Altoids tin. See if I can get it open with one hand. I got a sewing kit. Now this sewing kit, obviously you can fix your clothes if you need to. The other thing is, if I get a serious enough cut, I can take some of the thread, boil it in water with a needle, and sterilize it, and sew up do sutures with the thread and the needle, as long as I sterilize everything first. So I really consider this part of a medical kit and to repair clothing with. And I got some duct tape wrapped around a old credit card. That is also what I consider a medical kit. If I get a cut that ain't bad enough to need stitching, or if I do need a stitch, I put the duct tape on top of it to keep dirt out and help keep the wound closed. You know, it's got, like I said, it's duct tape. It's got 1,001 uses. But one of my main thinkings for my kit is, medical. So that's pretty much all the medical stuff I even think about carrying with me. I don't carry a whole lot. I got my cook pots. There's two of them in there, one inside the other, and one lid. And the lid does fit both of them. It fits the smaller pot inside and the bigger pot outside. I'm thinking about getting a third one, cup size. To give you an idea how big they are, here's my hand on top of it, and my hand on the side. And your hand from here, from where my thumb is now, tip of my thumb to right here, it's about 4 inches. And so it's probably about 6-7 inches tall, and probably about as big as round also. But it does the job. Here I got more fire stuff. Obviously I've used this one before. I found out that if I put a tie wire on it, it helps keep it closed while I'm making the char cloth or wood or whatever I'm making inside there. And inside it right now I got some char cloth, some char wood, and some magnesium shavings all inside there. So that's if I can't get a way to start a fire to cook with, I can go to this and I'm pretty much guaranteed a fire. Like I said, with everything I have in there. Magnesium shavings, obviously, it takes a spark, burns really hot. I got some char wood in there, crumbled up, and the char cloth, of course. So if I can't get a fire any other way, this is guaranteed to get me a fire going. And I made a little handle on it, so whenever I do use it, all I gotta do is stick my stick through there and I can pull it off the fire with no problem without dropping it all over the place and whatnot. Back here in the corner, I keep some dry shavings, wood shavings, with some char cloth in there. And it's got mostly pecan wood in there, but it's got some kind of shells in there also. I just like the way pecan tastes when you cook fish or meat or anything on there. Pecan has a really good flavor to it, so this is more for if I have to cook something and I need to get a fire started or whatever. But I always keep dry shavings with me. Right here I got the Sawyer water filtration system, and it's got the bag, it's got the filter and the syringe, and it's got some moisture inside the bag. I need to clean that out. It's got the little straw too, so it's got everything I need to filter water with. One thing I noticed about the water filter is it will fit on the end of a water faucet, for like where you hook your water hose up to. It'll actually, you can attach it to that, and you can filter as much water as quickly as you need to. You don't want to turn the pressure up on too high or start leaking around the edges, but it does the job. And I've actually been able to fill 2-liter bottles up with no problem from a water hose, or water faucet I mean. But I always carry this with me because you got to have clean water to drink. Even if you can't boil it or whatever, you need clean water. I carry a UST knife. It had a just paracord wrapped handle. I took the paracord off and put 2 pieces of wood on there and wrapped it in jute twine and made it a little bit more comfortable. And it's got the fire striker. Now when I bought it, it didn't advertise it, but the fire striker is actually the center part right there is the fire striker, the flint, and all that around there is actually a magnesium block. And even though they didn't advertise it being magnesium, it is, so obviously I use it for that. Getting close time for me to get a new striker, because this one right here has gotten to where it just about is worn down. Too much to use anymore. I've used it a lot, but so I'll probably be buying me a new striker soon, but it's still doing the job for now. And let's see, I got paracord wrapped around a wrench. Well, what this is for is to hang my food up at night. Try to keep animals and stuff away from it. I can unroll all the paracord off of here, take the wrench, throw it over a high limb, and tie it to my bag where my food is, and pull it on up. That way, no animals can get to it. And, you know, no raccoons or anything else. We don't have to worry about bears around here, but bears up north for the guys. I got this folding saw. It's a cheap folding saw, is the only thing I can say. It doesn't really cut real well. I'm obviously I keep it for now, but I'm definitely going to be replacing this. I'm not happy with it at all. It cuts way too slow. So I'm definitely going to be replacing this whenever I can. I got a Fisker's hand axe, a little small axe. It's a plastic handle, but it's very light, and I've used this for a couple of years now, and it has been awesome. This is my favorite axe by far. It was less than $20, and it has held up better than more expensive axes. I mean, I've put it through living hell, and it is still holding up great. Couldn't be happier with the axe. And for the last item, or second to last item, sorry, I skipped one. There's a pair of needle nose pliers, and the main reason I carry these is for this right here. I carry not the whole roll at one time because it's kind of a heavy roll, but this is steel tie down wire made for tying down a rebar when you pour concrete. And I don't carry that much with me, but I do cut some of it, a good bit of it off, and I carry that along with this to help tie things down with, or for whatever else I might need it for. And like I said, yeah, that's pretty much it for my kit. It's a little bit heavier than I would like. I'd like to lose some weight on it, but for right now, this is what I use when I go camping, survival, that kind of thing. If you're still watching the video, I appreciate you watching it, and please hit like and subscribe. This is James Smith with James Smith Survival, and thank you.